I'm Joel Jamieson.
And I'm Howie Clark.
And this week's episode of 8 Weeks Out TV, we're back with more from Bibiano the Flash Fernandes. All right, so we're here back again with Bibiano Fernandes, and it's been a busy last week of training. How you been feeling?
I feel good. I feel ready to go for my fight.
Good.
1 more week, right?
That's right. So let's take a quick look back at what we've been doing with Bibiano last week and take a look at some of the hard training that he's been doing to get ready for his fight. All right, so obviously Bibiano's been training hard, he's been getting ready to go, and we want to talk about a couple things just as far as getting ready for the fight and making sure that he is ready to get in the ring, and he's got five-minute rounds. This is a title fight, interim title fight, so one of the biggest things we pay attention to here is heart rate recovery, and that's what we use to help gauge his conditioning in addition to actually watching him training, watching him spar and fight. But tell them what's your heart rate recovery and how quickly your heart rate's been coming down now.
My heart recovery comes from 188 to 1 minute for 125.
Yeah, so 188 to 125 in 1 minute, so greater than a 50 beat drop. And generally, 50 beats per minute drop in 1 minute is what we're looking for to know that he's ready to fight, and especially for a championship fight. I mean, have you fought fives before?
I fight raw before, but I don't have you before, right? When I trained 5 raw before, and I feel better. I feel more strong. I feel better conditioned this time. I feel ready to go.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing too is just the methods that we use, or that Bibiano uses, or some of the methods that we talked about before. Like you said, keeping it simple, and the conditioning's coming together and ready for the big, like you said, interim title.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing to consider, aside from making sure his heart rate is dropping the way it is, it's now that we're this close to the fight, I mean, we're leaving next week for the fight, all of his conditioning and everything he's doing is focused on very fight-specific work. So it's training in the MMA gym, and it's sparring, and it's pad work, and the stuff we're doing here is more maintenance for strength and recovery, and his actual training for the MMA stuff, is what his conditioning is going to consist of. He's got to be able to get in the ring and fight for 5-minute rounds, not do just working here. So this last week, getting ready to leave, we're doing a lot of specific training. What is your mindset like when you get ready to leave? You've spent a bunch of weeks here away from your family. Now it's time to go.
I'm here for 4 weeks now. Will be 5 weeks, and I'm ready to go. I feel good. I try always to focus my heart. Always be sure I don't feel overtraining. I feel healthy, mental, because sometimes I always feel good as body, but in the miles, don't that. Sometimes you feel fatigue in the mile, fatigue in the body. You also have to have the balance. When you have the balance, it can help it. For this, always very good to have check your heart, check how you might do, how is the body do. Always have to coach with you, because sometimes you coach there, but it's good for you know how you mental, how's the body, how's your condition. For me, it's very important.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about, especially with this last week, how you do trying to relax and getting the mind, because your body's ready.
Yeah, my body's ready, but sometimes my body's ready, but my mind is fatigued a little bit, and my body tell me, okay, relax a little bit, and for this, very good. Release your body, release your mind. You always look your heart rate, everything.
Yeah, I think you, as much as any fighter, you take your job seriously, right? You're a professional. You come down here. You have a place to live, you want the right food, you want the right environment. Maybe talk about how important is the environment around you for training camp. I think that's something that a lot of people don't get.
Yeah, that's very important, because I'm from Brazil, but I'm living in Canada, Vancouver, and I left my family in Canada. And for me, coming here, clean my mind and focus on my fight, have good food, sleep good, and come in training, go home, drink a lot of water. That's very important, you know what I mean? And that's, for me, it's my job, that's my life, and that's the way I live, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you probably know that some guys that play professional baseball take it seriously, and some guys probably
Yeah,
don't.
100%, and I think that's probably in every sport. But it's, like you said, just going about that process and knowing that you're ready. It's different stepping into a cage and gonna, fight somebody as to just playing a simple game.
You have to be my body condition, everything well, you know what I mean? Balance everything good, and listen to your coach and look how you feel. That's for me is very important. For this, I come in down, I focus on my fight and take serious. And for my fight, I want to be 100% of health and ready to go.
Yeah, well, we are going to, like I said, we're going to be leaving next week. We're going to send you guys a video live from Manila, not live, but from Manila at least when we get there, and show kind of the final preparation, show him making weight, kind of talk about the weight cut and what we do to get him on point for the weight. And then we're going to, we're going to obviously be at the fights. We're going to get all the backstage stuff. We're going to show you what happens there and really give you a shot to see what happens, at the actual fight itself and what it takes to fly around the world. I mean, it's a 2-day trip to get to Manila. So we're going to show you what we have to do to get ready for that and to deal with the travel stress. And it's, it's a lot to handle, especially, he's from Canada, he's in Seattle, and now we're flying to Manila. So
Yeah.
it's a lot to deal with, but, we're going to make sure he's ready to go. And we're going to see you guys next week in Manila, Philippines. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Most coaches and athletes really don't understand what conditioning is or how to develop effective training programs to include it. And the truth is that conditioning is often the difference between winning and losing.
Conditioning seems to be given short shrift, and nobody speaks about it with confidence like he does.
I created the BioForce Certified Conditioning Coach course to solve all these problems and more.
I've done tons of other certifications. Nobody does this.
I've put over 15 years of work and understanding to give coaches a step-by-step guide to maximize performance for each and every athlete.
I'm taking a lot with me, so I couldn't write fast enough.
And it was great. It really fit in well with my schedule.
Joel's information is so valuable.
With my clients, the results that I got were amazing. I never thought possible.
This is the key to winning. This is the key to success.
Just beyond my imagination.